$55 per ounce. Yeah. The world is freaking out. Central banks are buying up gold. They know how bad it is. And the Trends Journal, the only magazine on the planet that called...
Now we'll show you the best clips of the latest interview, but first hit the like button, smash the subscribe button, and join our WhatsApp channel for real-time updates, breaking news, and expert predictions on gold, silver, and financial markets. Link in the description or pinned comment. Stay ahead of the curve. Don't miss out.
Let's go on to the markets. Let's see what happened. The stocks were down today. What a surprise. Why? Well, because of the tariffs. And by the way, I support tariffs. I'm against globalization. I believe in self-sufficient and self-sustaining economies. I don't want all this shit coming in. Yeah, but the stupid Trump with the bullshit. We're going to put high tariffs on champagne and wine. No, I want that fine French champagne, and a good Italian prosciutto. But we can make the clothes here. We don't need them over there. You put the tariffs on that kind of stuff, and the shoes and the other things, the furniture, when we used to have shops here that used to make it. So anyway, they're freaking out about the tariffs. So the Dow was down today 155 points. And the NASDAQ 0.33, and NASDAQ 0.53. So the NASDAQ is in correction territory, down more than 10% from its high. The NASDAQ is just floating near it. And remember, the dot-com bust is going to happen. We're talking about it. We're giving you the facts, and everybody else is forgetting about it. They're not even talking about it. It only went up 27%. And now we're looking at gold going up almost 15% this year. So this is serious. So we're still bullish on gold. Bitcoin's hanging in that 87K range. Still bullish on that as well, because as we said, the crypto club donated a lot of dough to the Trump administration. And it's all about the bottom line. They're going to do everything they can to keep the price up. Brent crude's almost at $74 a barrel. That's it's a 1 month high, but it's still below where it was. And they're freaking out because of the trade war risks and Trump cutting off, trying to stop Venezuela from selling oil, and Iran. So what's going to really bring the prices up is when they go to war against Iran. And we believe that's going to happen, unfortunately. And when that happens, it's going to crash the equity markets and the global economy.
In today's news recap, Goldman increases gold forecast to $3,300 an ounce by year end. Goldman Sachs Group Inc. ramped up its gold price forecast to $3,300 an ounce by year end, citing stronger than expected central bank demand and solid inflows into bullion-backed exchange-traded funds. The bank's increasingly bullish view on the precious metal was shown by the new forecast from analysts Lena Thomas and Don Striven, who just last month upgraded their end 2025 price target to $3,100 an ounce. Official sector appetite could average about 70 tons a month this year, up from their previous estimate of 50 tons, they said in a note on Thursday. The precious metal has rallied 15% so far this year, extending strong gains last year that were partly fueled by the Federal Reserve's pivot to monetary easing. Prices this month breached the key psychological threshold of $3,000 an ounce for the first time, with investors seeking refuge in the haven asset as President Donald Trump's disruptive agendas on foreign policy and trade cloud the outlook for the global economy. The new $3,300 an ounce forecast reflects a pickup in purchases through the November through to January period, with central banks scooping up about 190 tons per month, the Goldman analyst said. There are also expectations that China may continue accumulating at a rapid pace for at least 3 years, they added. Central banks, particularly in emerging markets, have increased gold purchases roughly fivefold since 2022. Following the freezing of Russian reserves, Thomas and Stryven wrote, "We view this as a structural shift in reserve management behavior, and we do not expect a near-term reversal." Inflows into gold-backed ETFs had surprised to the upside, with renewed investor demand for hedges likely driving the expansion, the analysts said. They reiterated their view for 2 rate cuts from the Fed this year.
Stocks lure back investors. Chinese equities, this is from the Wall Street Journal, have been out of favor among many investors for the past few years. Yeah, because they have that, that crisis in real estate. They way overbuilt it, and in 3 years of zero COVID policy, they destroyed the economy. Draconian lockdown destroyed the lives and livelihoods of hundreds of millions of people. However, the tide appears to be turning, driven by corporate enthusiasm over artificial intelligence. No shit. Blow me away. What did we say? We said this was going to happen. China's going to lead the world in AI. One major catalyst has been the emergence of homegrown AI startup DeepSeek, which has impressed the tech industry. It claims rivals OpenAI, ChatGPT, while using less advanced chips. Yeah. And at much lower prices. So all of those people that also invested in those power plants to make them big chips ain't going up, man. It's going down. DeepSeek has been the game changer on many fronts, said no shit. All right. Back then, 10% of the 18-year-olds went to college. Now, nearly 70%. Again, trend forecasters, you make connections between different fields. Yeah, they're going to college. And they're all AI addicted, like the whole fucking world, particularly young people. Everybody's on their phone. Everybody's on their phone. My buddy Randy Critico said to me, every time I'm on the subway, he said, once upon a time, people used to read newspapers and magazines. Now everybody's on their phone. Nobody talks to each other. Everybody's on their phone. They walk down the street on their phone. Yeah, you go to a bar, everybody's on their phone. People don't have a fucking clue what's going on. So anyway, going back to AI, China's it. Love it, hate it, the way it is. To avoid tariffs, Hyundai plans to invest in U.S., $21 billion. Again, I'm all in favor of this, but here's the other deal. Hyundai, not American companies are investing. Oh, some of them are, but they're bringing foreign countries here. So it's different. It's different when there were American companies here. So foreign companies are investing here. But again, I support the tariffs. It's going to take time, but it's also doing damage to the equity markets. OpenAI claims an image creation breakthrough for ChatGPT. Again, it's the future. Love it, hate it, want it. But trends are born, they grow, they mature, reach old age, and die. This trend has just been born. Just been born. And like we said with the dot-com bust when we called it in 1999 in the fall, we said it would bust by the second quarter of 2000, which it did. Again, your facts are here in your trends